Hey everybody, welcome to the Football Podcast for the opening week of the Premier League season. Your old friends Jonathan, Neil and Bert, but actually in the room this time. We don't have to rely on terrible technology to for this podcast.
Yes,
which is
I'm rapidly getting inebriated at this point.
I think both of you are. You've made a very tactical choice here to get drunker as this podcast goes on, because we've had problems finishing the podcast, and now we're just going to make it longer. So thanks for that.
I made a tactical choice by starting off with the 7.5% beer
that you're holding in your hand, right?
Of it.
And no, Bert bought a sample. You're cradling the bottle as I'm talking to you, so yeah, that's a fucking start.
Trust me, if the two of you weren't in the room,
this is my house. What are you doing?
You've got other rooms.
Incidentally, like your plans to drink here definitely doesn't have anything to do with how your team went this week.
Oh yeah, because we're starting off in a chronological order, and we're starting off with the
Friday night game.
The Friday night,
as it's now known, Arsenal 4, Leicester 3.
Friday Night Lights, baby. Full heart.
Oh dear.
Empty heart, actually, because it just pumped all of itself out.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So first game of the season, and it I guess didn't disappoint.
Oh, you beautiful Arsenal! Never leave. Actually, do leave me, because I will not survive the season.
Oh, it's
Well, let's go through. let's go through before you start mumbling. So, like I said, I pretty much with his first touch
after
the
like
season,
98 seconds.
Yeah, scored a goal. It was a sumptuous goal.
It was a very simple kind of tap-in header. What I loved about it was the celebration, because he didn't do any of that running, screaming shit. He just put his arms up like, "I'm here, bitches. Let's get ready.
I have arrived."
I have arrived. That was literally just. He probably took a little jog, a little bit of a saunter. Oh yeah, this is what the Premier League. Oh yeah, the tempo's quite high. Ball comes in.
Yes.
What's up, bitches?
What now, bitches?
So then the Emirates was a very happy place for about 3 minutes.
Yeah, in typical Arsenal. In typical Arsenal fashion, we forgot how to defend.
Yes, because you guys were playing the back three again.
Yeah.
We started off playing the back three.
Yes, this is true.
But yeah, so we had who was even in the back three? It was Monreal, Bellerin, and
Kolasinac.
No, Kolasinac was on the wings, was he not?
No, Kolasinac was on the left side of the three.
Oh. He ventured forward a lot then.
Monreal was the centre.
Monreal was in the centre, which he could do because he's such a reliable motherfucker.
Mm.
I genuinely love him as a player.
Well,
Nacho man.
I can actually tell you now, Andy, but
no,
it was Holding. That's what you think. Bellerin was on the wing. So that explains it.
Yeah, Holding was on the right side. Yeah, we had Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left wing,
which I don't understand. Like, he's never played there. I don't think I've ever seen him play there before.
No, he's never played left wing before.
In fairness, we're trying to sign him as a centre midfielder, so go fucking.
Well, he wants to play centre midfield. That's the weird. It's the weird thing. Actually, we'll do the match report and then we'll get into Ox, because
sure, there's
a whole lot there.
So as we were saying, your lead lasted a grand total of 2.5 minutes.
About that, probably.
As Leicester decided, okay, let's actually try and have a shot on goal. And lo and behold, I think really at fault for this was Czech, because he was way off his really bad defending.
The first two goals that we conceded were, I think, can be put on Czech.
Yeah, definitely. I was about to say he had a very poor game for his standards.
Yeah, Vardy started the party and scored a stupid goal on our behalf. Czech, I don't know what he was at. And then we had to rely on Welsh back into the game. And like, I'm so conflicted when he scores, because like, yay, Arsenal have scored, but Arsenal have scored, not him.
But bear in mind, there was those 20 minutes of existential horror that started to seep into the Emirates again, and the narrative was starting to spin.
One of the things that was really frustrating was there was a chance, and maybe after Vardy's goal, probably straight from the kickoff, Welsh was pretty much
he missed a lot of shots.
And like, I remember just like, I think I punched the cushion beside me. Like, I'm going, this is it for the fucking season. Relying on Welsh to finish is like relying on a Dublin bus to be on time. Like, it's just
it's fucking brilliant. A couple of Manchester United fans that I know and I'm friends with, they've just their names for him are fucking brilliant. One of them, I think the best one I've heard so far is one of them called Welsh everything but the goal. As in, he will literally give you everything but he just won't score.
Yeah.
And he missed up some fucking... Even the goal he actually scored was just a hilariously scuffed.
Yeah, it kind of more or less knocked off him.
He kind of bundled it. I mean, he sort of bundled it in with his dick.
Wasn't it Ilneni that crossed it in or someone like that? Or was it Kolesnik?
It was Kolesnik.
Yes, that's right.
I think he took a shot and was it? You think?
I think it was like deflected into Welbeck's path. Yeah. That's what it was. So so the match ended then at a half time, and then Vardy, as he is known to himself, got the lead back again a few minutes after the second half. Then and that was when the despair started to kick in.
When the despair started to kind of kick in a bit, and thankfully actually now like Wenger went kind of full guns, and he just slung on Giroud and Rambo.
I was calm down. But the thing was, like, I will admit, like, Lacazette and Giroud is surprisingly potent. Like, I know in theory, like, it's always great to have two strikers up there, but sometimes when you have two strikers that are very similar in vein, you know, like, obviously Lacazette has more movement to his game than Giroud does, but they sometimes can get in the way of each other. I thought they were very good together.
I would argue that the reason why they work together is because they're polar opposites.
Maybe.
Like Lacazette offers zero aerial threat. He's just not tall.
Yeah.
He's not that strong.
And he does drift out wide a lot as well.
And he does drift out wide quite a bit, whereas Giroud is that pillar in the centre.
Yeah, I suppose.
Sexy pillar.
What I wouldn't do to that pillar.
It's really... I'm sitting in the middle of you two dads. Seriously.
In fairness, like, he's ridiculously strong, which makes kind of... Sometimes when he kicks up...
And sexy.
Yes. Sexy Ollie! Sexy Ollie! I have to replay that fucking the Finnish commentator going mad after a Scorpion going sexy on it.
So it needless to say then that the team's like fortunes changes, so it's back to the back four, I believe.
No, hang on, no, that needs to be in inverted commas.
Okay.
Our flat back four contained four fullbacks.
Okay, that's...
We had...
I didn't say it was defenders. I just said it was back four.
Oh yeah, there was definitely...
It was a back four, not the back four that you guys had.
Two left backs at centre back. We had a left back at right back, and we had a left midfielder at left back.
Are you sure you weren't managed by Alan Pardew at this time?
I have fucking no idea. But
we went for all out attack, and it was actually...
It was that kind of game though as well, because Leicester were the same.
It was a fantastic game. Like,
if you were the neutral, you were loving this.
And I was.
When Rambo then scored, like, that was a brilliant goal.
What a fucking goal! I mean, the ball from Xhaka, who by the way had a fantastic game. I think he got man of the match.
Yeah.
Yes, he could have. Yeah.
He got man of the match. He racked up 2 assists anyway, and he just commanded everything from fucking midfield. He really did. The fucking passing, the spraying, it was brilliant. But his ball into Rambo was fantastic. But the one touch from Rambo to take it down, control it. Sex. Boom. Rifles it. Letterbox it. Top corner with the other one. Sex.
And
yes.
And as is tradition with Ramsey, someone famous died afterwards.
Yeah,
so that's good.
Famous died. Yes, he killed Bruce Forsyth.
Specifically him. There's nothing like that's libel, by the way. You can't say that.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy coincidence that's happened about 14 times now.
Absolutely.
And then, of course,
our
like
Lord
in quick
Savior,
succession.
Yeah.
In the
85th minute. Yeah, it's about that.
But the thing is that after we equalised, we literally just
peppered
went for it.
Yeah.
It was also that, and Leicester got really fucking tired. Like I thought, they
put
all their efforts, I think, into trying to win the game in the first half. Because I noticed with Bellerin like bombing forward so much that I believe it was Albrighton and
he really does bomb forward. The fucker so fast. I was actually watching him on the TV. Now Kolasinac is quite quick for a man built like a tractor. But Bellerin is just lightning.
Yeah, but the problem with that
has had just like in terms of a start for Arsenal, he's played 2 games, got
he racked up an assist, didn't he?
And a goal, and like he looks the part. Like I have to say, I didn't really know him. Didn't really know him when we signed him, and now it's like, he might be my new favourite.
That's the thing, right? The funny thing is, he made the Bundesliga team of the season.
Yeah,
as a left back, and like with I think an overall who scored rating of about like 84 or 8.4 or whatever.
Yeah,
which is crazy high considering normally it goes up to 10. And people are like, we signed him for nothing.
Yeah. I think if anything, it says more about Schalke as well, because like I said, I've said this before, like they let all their players go on freeze. I think the only person they cashed in on was fucking Draxler, and they were almost obliged to because he was getting sold off anyway.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy. But I mean, as you said, you do technically cap off the season with a win.
That's the first time we've done that in a while.
It has actually. Was it the first in 7 years?
Our second time in 7 years.
Yeah, that's a crazy stat.
The last time we did it, hilarious enough, last time we did it was against Villa.
It's okay.
And we needed like an 89th minute goal from Aaron Ramsey to do it.
And
that was actually
that was the first game in the Emirates, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a
did someone famous die or what was
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I only know that like it was literally last gasp, as in like your balls were fucking aching. It's so fucking late. Goal from Rambo, and you're like yeared.
So even trying to digest the result itself. Obviously,
and the header, by the way, from Giroud. Yes,
that was a sumptuous header.
Super fucking corner from Xhaka. Maybe make him take him more.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, just the fact that we scored from a corner. Actually, that was just
like directly from a corner.
Like, when was the last time we did that?
I have no idea. Like ball straight in.
Myself and Neil have a running thing where if we're doing the commentary for a match into our group chat, it's like, Arsenal get a corner. It was shit. Just that is what comes up as.
It's a predictive text. Yeah.
Corner Arsenal. It's shite.
Likewise, if I say corner for Liverpool hits the first man, it's the same thing. It's always the same thing.
But all of our corners are so garbage. And then Xhaka,
like, look at the height we have. Like, we've got we didn't have Mertesacker.
But Giroud is the target man.
Yeah, like he should be. Like, I think they're just like fondling him too much. I think that's the issue.
Maybe
Maguire.
Not enough.
Maguire definitely had a fucking bright go of it. Because you see the fucking replays of it, Maguire practically has his goddamn jersey off.
Yeah.
And Maguire's actually falling down and trying to drag him. So Giroud not only managed to shrug off another man who was literally pulled his entire body weight with him, he also manages to leap into the air above everybody else, which probably isn't that difficult given that he's already taller than everybody else. But fuck it.
I would be on the perfect feet as well.
But he's been pulled off. He's got to out jump everybody.
You do realise all this is making her really fucking jealous.
All the innuendo. So he's come on, we're better than that.
No, we're not. Don't believe him.
So he still manages to leap up and thumps that fucking header. Schmeichel had literally no chance.
And Rat smacked the fucking crossbar
in off the crossbar, which makes every single goal at least 23.6% better.
Oh, you looked at the stats, have you?
Woof. Yeah. I have calculated
it. It's nice.
And the fact that it bounced in and out.
Wenger had a nice comment that like you can't not be happy after you win 4-3.
No.
Which
I don't know what it is.
I kind of ascribe to that.
I don't know what it is about the scoreline 4-3 because it is that's very satisfying game.
Well, when you're on the right side of it.
Yeah.
Well, not even that.
Like last season we weren't.
No, but do you know what the great example of that scoreline is the Kevin Keegan match? Because I remember like Newcastle Liverpool. Like he lost that game 4-3 and it was just like it was that moment where he's just like sprawled over the fucking advertising board. It's like the moment that will always get replayed until the fucker dies. And even then, when he does die, by the way, probably when Ramsey scores again, but spoilers. But the thing is,
he's only got a day left.
Better make most of it as we predict. As we predict, a football manager.
I hope when he goes to bed tonight, he said goodbye to his kids.
But the thing is, fuck you. But the thing is, like that. Obviously, like even after that match, he was going like, "I lost that match, but that was fucking great." Like that was so, and that's what this match, what always that scoreline is. It's always 4-3. This match is insane.
I love that. Like the next morning, I got up and I was kind of like, "Holy fuck, we won! We won!" Like this Premier League can't get madder than that. Like I wasn't thinking that. I was kind of like, "Oh, now I'm into the boring matches of a Saturday," you know.
Yeah.
And then.
Something happened, which we'll get to soon.
We'll get to. Yes. But like, being on the right side of a win like that was just kind of like it was good. What was nice like I said, for a change? But
I have to say, give props to Leicester. Like they did fucking go for it. Vardy looks really good this year.
Yeah, he looks
like, the whole team
in comparison to last season. Where
a lot of the team looked a lot sharper.
It helps when you play a team that don't bother defending you.
Yes, let's talk about this because obviously back three, different system, different personnel. You don't have the first choice guys there.
We didn't have any. We didn't have a single central defender.
Bar Holding. Is that Holding that
he's a right-sided.
Yeah.
Is he? Fair enough.
Alright, he does. He's always plays on the right. Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
Our only central defender is a 21-year-old who just started last season. Now, 21 you know, that's practically fetal for the defender.
It is. That's
you
true.
know, it's embryonic for the goalkeeper.
Mm.
It's
But
one thing I heard a lot about was the fucking people shiting on the zonal marking system, and I'll have this to say, and this actually applies to
us
Liverpool,
as well, very
to
much so,
Liverpool
yeah.
as well. And I was like, look, Wenger and Klopp know how to drill a team in the zonal marking system. Klopp did it with fucking Dortmund,
Yep.
and they were rattling fucking Bayern Munich's gilded cage for fucking years. Alright, they were up there hoop for so long of it with about a tenth of the resources. Wenger went an entire season unbeaten doing zonal. So there's nothing wrong with the system. The bad thing is when your players determine zonal not as, oh, always get to the first ball, but if you can't, make sure you clean up for the second ball.
Yeah.
When the players don't do that, they said, zonal means sit around scratching your arse.
Yes,
Yeah.
they see this, and I think that's where the big misconception of like the zonal marking is, because in principle, it is like basically when the ball is in your territory, you clear it, or attack it exactly. But the problem is though, they're not paying attention to the ball to do that, because it is like it's ball watching. Really. It is totally ball watching.
It was typified by Vardy's second goal.
Yes.
Where Xhaka, there was a funny Squires comic about the opening weekend. It was quite funny
On the Guardian.
and it actually showed there was a comic book strip of Xhaka with like a selfie stick tied to him, watching Vardy head the ball into the net in the background. Vardy's like, eyebrows. I was just going, yeah, that's it. Because when you watch the replays, he literally just watches Vardy run onto the ball. You're like, what are you doing? Like,
when he got man of the match, I was kind of like, oh yeah, he did all the great passing and he got his 2 assists or I was like, but he let the second goal in.
Like,
yes.
you can blame Czech as much as you want for the first two, and
it was very poor.
At the very least, for the very first one, for the Okazaki goal, he was out in the middle of nowhere.
And
his defence didn't help him out.
And for me, I think Bellerin had a poor game as well, because he was exposed a lot by Albrighton on that other flank. Again, I noticed that they were starting to double up on him. I think it was him, and I think it could have been Matty James in the midfield. I was thinking Drinkwater, but he wasn't playing. And they were just doubling up on him, and they were just whipping crosses in. Oh, it was Mahrez. That's who I'm thinking of. Fuck. So it was Mahrez and Albrighton just doubling up on his side and whipping crosses in.
Crossing was actually
it's one of the best things about him. Like his crossing is second to none. He's one of the best crossers in the league. I really do think that.
Whips it in.
Yeah, he really does. He really does.
But it was a great match.
Yeah, you can't say that.
It was a fantastic match, and if Arsenal plan on playing every match like that, I don't intend on surviving till the end of the fucking season. I definitely don't. My heart will not take that.
If anything, you could be very much a victim of the Ramsey curse yourself.
Absolutely. Next time Ramsey scores, it could be me on the fucking deathbed.
So speaking of like being like fucking tortured to death by your own team, Liverpool and Watford is the next game on our list.
So I had this on the wireless.
Well done.
And
I thought I told you that television exists.
Just you can't beat the.
Are you scared of television? Is that what your problem is? Are you afraid that it's going to?
Doesn't it take your soul?
No, that's like if a train's running towards you, you leave the room.
It's gonna get me. It's like it's 3D.
This match was hilarious because listening to it on the radio was. I'm in the kitchen, I'm pottering away, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, Watford have scored. I was like, what? That's crazy. I was like, Liverpool equalised then.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, balance has been restored. And then shitstorm.
Yes.
And it was fantastic to listen to on the radio. Like, I can't imagine. Well, I probably can't imagine how good it was to watch on TV.
Well, in fairness, I missed the first goal because I was I decided that I was having a crisis with myself whether to watch a Liverpool game live again this season or did I really need those nerves. But I missed the first goal because like obviously Okaka is like the target man, and it's like the Liverpool team that we have is obviously, as you were saying, Neil, trying to do the Dortmund style, but we don't have the right really personnel for it, so we have to go for this weird kind of like...
You technically do.
But...
You've one guy who could really do it.
Yes, and he's like a fucking target for West Brom, so there we go, swings and roundabouts. Let's just empower Tony Pulis while we're at it. Yeah, that's what we do. Give Tony Pulis an open checkbook and let him take our best defender.
Yeah, that's what Pulis needs. More defenders.
Exactly.
What he wants. It's not what he needs.
Remember what I was saying there? It's like Pep Guardiola dreams of a team of 11 midfielders. Pulis dreams of a team of 11 defenders.
9-1. A 9-1 formation. Seriously, anyone like who plays FIFA for a living on YouTube, do that. Try and play a 9-1. A Tony Pulis. See how it works out. Get back to us. But no, the first goal was just typical. Like I think two of Watford's goals came from set pieces. So
both
the first
from
one,
corners.
both from corners,
Yeah.
yes, and it's just a zone marking thing. Now again, you might argue that this is like the first game of the season. Everyone's a little bit rusty and not quite getting what tactics are. But we had a very strong pre-season and defensively a very good pre-season at that.
Well, we did as well. We beat Chelsea in the Community Shield.
Yeah, you don't really mention that much.
Actually,
But,
I haven't.
No, but the thing is that it's.
Will now though.
But the real kind of
Springing up on every
Chelsea,
segment we have today.
every time Chelsea comes up, just like, no, we beat them in the Community Shield as well. But
And the FA Cup
They'll
final.
hammer us 6-0 again now.
we'll see about that.
If they do, that says less about us than more about them.
But the thing is, like as you were saying, you were making the point for zone marking, and by and large, like our team should not do zone marking because first of all, for that to work, you need people who actually pay attention to the game. And unfortunately, Alberto Moreno, God bless him, he's an idiot. He is he's an idiot. But
I didn't even realise he was a defender.
I don't think he realizes himself he's a defender.
That's the weird thing.
He doesn't play like a defender.
It's like he lacks all type. I remember.
All the stereotypical kind of attributes of a defender.
Yes.
He doesn't have
any.
That's the thing. I remember reading the first description of Alberto Moreno I ever saw was he lacks any type of defensive capabilities.
Yes.
And then I went, alright then fine. I mean so does like Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi and all the other fucking strikers and forwards and shit like that. And then I saw Liverpool were deploying him as a defender. And I was like,
No, but even
what?
at Sevilla he plays as a left back. But the difference with Sevilla it's when under Emery and he does with wing backs.
Yeah.
So this is the difference. See, we bought him when he was a wing back and now trying to deploy him as a full back. So in a sense, like, it kind of makes a case for a back three for us if we did have enough defenders, which we do, to play a back three. Because then we could deploy Klein or Alexander Arnold on the right and then Moreno or Robertson on the left. It would actually be really good. It would show up our defence quite a bit. Like the last time we had a shitty defence, we did it with a back three and it worked out a treat for us. But that's a different issue.
Yeah, it's a good way of absolving him of all the defensive duties that he clearly does.
Like I said, I want to keep Moreno in the team.
No, he's a great attacker.
Yeah, exactly. Keep him as a winger. Don't have him defend. Like, don't give him that responsibility. Give him, because what he is best at, and he can, and actually, much to the point, the reason that we equalised was because of his overlap. He is the best I've seen. Like, as our fullbacks, at best at overlapping. Like, once Mane or Salah has the ball on the left flank, he's there, and he's so fast. But like I said, when he's a left back, he also has an obligation to track back and tackle. And unfortunately, he's he's not that. He's so attack minded. He's neglecting what's behind him.
That was typified not during this game, but during the Hoffenheim game.
Yes,
that penalty.
exactly.
I was saying that we were talking about this before. It's like that penalty that he's conceded came directly from him attempting to close down the goddamn goalkeeper.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, if it was part of the front three, which we actually did do later on in the season last year, and he was actually not bad. Yeah. But the thing
he went
is,
to close down the keeper. There was this gigantic acre of space
that Lovren didn't
that Lovren couldn't because Lovren's in the centre. Lovren's like, I've got my centre to mark. Where the fuck is that guy? What's he doing up harassing the keeper?
Yeah.
What the fuck? And they just lofted the ball in.
But I can see, like I said, and that's the problem you see, because that's why I can understand why Klopp likes him, because he is good with the high pressure. Like I said, the only thing you need to do is to get him out of defence. If you can deploy him as a left midfielder or left winger, we don't have this problem. You have Robertson, you have Milner, the left backs are there. You just need to use the right ones. But there is no look.
The tea lady.
The tea.
Every time you mention him, it's just funny.
So every time I say Milner, she stiggers. It's hilarious. But the thing is, all right. So back to the.
I can't believe he still plays football.
He's great. He's good. He's lovely.
There are far worse.
They are far worse, in fairness. Gareth Barry. So the thing, but the thing is, like I said, the first Watford goal came from like terrible zonal marking. Firmino was marking Okaka, the 6'5" lads, but Lovren and Matip were nowhere near him. So obviously Matip didn't understand. Well, I should be marking the tallest person here, because again they're stuck to their zones. Mm-hmm. Why is Firmino the last line of defence when he is the smallest person there? And actually, I found out why. This is remarkable. apparently, from Roberto Firmino up front has made more interceptions than both of our centre backs last season.
That is a shocking indictment.
It is an indictment, but it's the reason why Firmino is in the team, because he does hound the back four of any team so well.
Yeah.
He is like Klopp's favourite ever forward, and he's not necessarily gone on record on this, but he's saying like he is his ideal forward. Yeah. But anyway, so again,
does that work like?
Yeah, it is. So we were squandering for 20 minutes, and then just some brilliance between like Mane, Moreno, Chan. Lovely little lift over from Chan, and Mane was in straight away. And the Watford defence were just bamboozled. They couldn't do anything because he moved so fast. So it was great play. It's like I said, once you're out of our half, our play is sumptuous. But it's when you get a butt behind our lines is the problem.
Yeah, wasn't it Watford actually said during the fucking interview? It's like, oh, we only know how to play one way forward.
But look, yeah, but that's fine if you have competent people at the back that can cover. But Lovren is not competent. He's completely incompetent. I've really lost the favour for him, to be honest. Matip is starting to get there himself. As I said, we only have ourselves to blame for playing Moreno at left back. That's a different issue. Like the Decore goal was a comedy of errors. Yeah. Like it literally was just like ball didn't get cleared, Decore came in, and it's like, this is so easy to do. Like we're just overthinking and trying to overcook the ball.
Just on that, when listening to the radio, obviously I didn't have it in front of me, but the commentators were like, "They've cleared, no, it's a goal!" And I was like, "What the hell happened?"
It's not
clearing of what? What the fuck?
But this is the problem. You see, like it's just not being able to. It's trying to pass the ball without actually getting rid of the ball first. Like it is easily solved.
You got, how difficult is it to teach somebody? Put your fucking foot through it.
That's the thing. You see, they're trying to make a pass out of it and counterattack, and I understand. I like the idea of it, but
you first and foremost have to clear it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what a defense does.
So Liverpool were kind of coasting in the second half. Once they'd gone ahead,
we actually, I will say our first half was atrocious. Our second half was much better. I think the reason for that was that Salah really kicked it into gear.
Yeah, he was unbelievable, and his goal, from what I heard on the radio, was brilliant. And I did see highlights of it then, and it was. It is kind of worrying from a non-Liverpool supporter to see that. Oh, if he can get into a bit of form. It is. Defenders are gonna.
I am very pleased with how he's kind of bedded in, because he's straight in the first team and he hasn't really disrupted anybody in a sense. Because like I said, he's gone into a side where basically Coutinho was playing in that front three, and it's not his best position. So like I said, now he can be deployed, if he's staying, of course. Can be deployed back in the midfield. We'll get to him at the end of this, but like I said, Salah made the penalty for us because he lured Gomez into the foul, which is good. Firmino took the penalty. It was beautiful, quite frankly. And then a few minutes later, Salah scored a cracker as well. Now the pity thing was, sorry, go ahead.
The last few minutes of the match, it was all Liverpool. I don't know, it's typical of me to forget Watford, but I actually forgot who was playing against Liverpool because
we're not going into, we can't go into you forgetting Watford are a thing.
No, but
they are intangibly a thing.
Like, I listened to it and it was just all Liverpool possession. It was Liverpool chance. It was this, it was that, and then all of a sudden Watford score. And I was like, what?
This was the frustrating part for me, because
somebody walking in and going, "Oh, who's playing on the radio? Oh, Liverpool and."
Literally, that exact scenario.
I want to say Stoke.
Aston Villa, no, they're not in. Borough, Wolves, Bolton Wanderers,
are Leeds still?
Wimbledon. I think it's Wimbledon.
No, I actually I was because the radio was on and it was on quite loud. It was like, oh, who's playing the match? And I was like, Liverpool. and it was just kind of like, oh, and are they winning? And I'm like, yeah, they're winning. And they were like, all right, okay. And then if he was like, who are they playing? And I was like, I actually had to look at the screen.
Don't know.
So look, well, fair play to them, because now I remember them.
That's good, yeah. They've made an impression now, haven't they?
After
3 years in the Premier League, they're finally memorable.
3 years.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fuck's sake. Kike Flores, Walter Mazzari, Marco Silva. That's how it works.
Oh, I remember Flores.
He had lovely cardigans.
Yeah.
It was the guy who looked like he was always about to drop like the most banging grime album of the year every time he walked at the touchline.
Oh, I remember seeing like Match of the Day interviews and I'm like, who is he? I don't get it. Why is he being interviewed? Is he a fan?
And why do I feel weird about him?
Is he meant to be famous?
Be like a famous fan of whichever team has just been shown.
I'm looking forward to our weekly updates of remind Rachel that Watford are in the league.
So once again, we're back to week 3. What do you think about Watford, Burkbot? Nothing. Fair enough.
Who what?
Waterford, I don't live there.
I'm not even drunk.
So obviously, Britos got the equaliser at the end, and the real part that kind of frustrates me. Not necessarily that we dropped points, was that like
that you
it was
conceded a goal to a water filter.
Stop. But the thing is that it was it wasn't even a comedy of errors. It was just a like really fucking annoying ricochets that got the goal in, because Mignolet was like, now granted it wasn't like a superb
that ball was well filtered by the time it went in.
Fuck off me. I hate both of you. I hate both
We've
of
already
you.
spoken about the Arsenal game, so there's no track back.
No, that's true. But no, the thing was that, like I said, it was just a ricochet. Okaka was hooking offside. Like this, you can expect.
And then it just percolated into the net.
Yeah, dispersed. Did it? Yeah. Yeah, you find yourself in some really hot water. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so let's diffuse our way the conversation into Coutinho. Then, what do you guys think of it?
So as of
This recording, yeah,
there has been several
3 bids.
3 bids, and they're both lots of money.
Yes.
Or they're all lots of money, and they've been point blank refused.
Yes.
So that's reassuring to a point of it's just going to get more money for him when he eventually does go.
Yeah.
I think he's gone.
Well, he's gone mentally. Whether or not he'll go physically.
So yeah, if he doesn't get the transfer and he then has to go back into the squad,
Yes.
is he going to be of any use in comparison to last year? Like, is he going to be in the same form he was in last year if his head's not in the game and his head's off in Barcelona?
Yes, you see, this is the kind of conundrum we have, because we've, like I said, I tend to follow a lot of local journalists in Liverpool, and they've had a lot of conflicting reports about what Coutinho really wants. Like he hasn't made it a secret that he wants to join Barcelona, and I think we kind of accepted that as well. It's understandable
that if a club like Barcelona comes in for you, you're going to have
I think it's just the circumstances of it as well, because like I said, it's come at a time where we've more or less failed to get any like big target we've had. We haven't been able to get Keita, we haven't been able to get Van Dijk, and ultimately we don't have anyone lined up to replace Coutinho. Like if we are going to get somebody, it'll be like for like, and it's not going to be the same quality of Coutinho unless something comes up in the market and we get lucky. But the thing is, like, it's not a matter of money, as Klopp was saying. It is a matter of just having that quality in the side. But the thing is, like, as much to your point, Burke, well, I think we really kind of had the situation with Suarez when he was like getting courted for Barcelona. And like I said, we know what Barcelona do. You guys know very well what Barcelona do. They get the press behind them and they make a massive agenda about it, make a massive big deal. They court, they bully.
The old Barca DNA fucking argument.
Yes, exactly. Now, the thing is with that is that, I've said that 4 times, but the thing is, we can understand that he wants to join Barcelona, but the circumstances are not kind for it right now. If we had got the target players we wanted, like Keita and Van Dijk, I think we would have let him go.
Yeah.
Because we were happy with the business we were getting, and now we could be able to do more. The problem is, though, if, and I think a lot of people have said this before, if we now sell Coutinho and don't get anybody to replace him, then there's no point ever doing anything with the Liverpool team, because it's just this endless cycle of developing that one star player and then selling him off to Barcelona. And if anything,
it's like the Suarez thing.
Yes,
like,
it's not necessarily a carbon copy, because I think Suarez's attitude to her was that he saw, like, long term he was going to be a Barcelona player anyway. I think Barca's advisors have got it into Coutinho's head that he has to sign for them now or he'll never sign for them. And I think that's the one part that irritates me, is that Barcelona have given him this ultimatum to go now.
Why would he want to why wouldn't he want to go into a squad that has Paulinho in it?
But this is the thing.
I still don't believe that's a real thing.
No, it was unveiled and he did 3 keepy ups.
No. No, this is a Black Mirror episode.
It's an alternate universe.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Paulinho, like a Chinese club made a profit on him.
Yes.
That's how you know football. Fuck.
But the thing is, yeah, exactly. And like I said, it's not a matter of money now. It's a matter of who do we get to get him in. And like I said, there's loads of names being linked, but there's nothing concrete from the club saying otherwise. And I think just Liverpool right now are in this problem where like we're not getting anything from Van Dijk. And we're not getting any, and Barca, and we're saying no to Barca. Like I said, I think someone mentioned about the football and food chain, and we're like in the middle link, where we're trying to get everything from Southampton. They're saying no, so Barcelona are trying to get from us, and we're saying no. So it's a stalemate. It's like a transfer stalemate, and it's very irritating for us. Like, truth be told, like if Coutinho wants to leave, then there's no point keeping him. If he wants to leave, cash in on him, 118 million, fucking sweet. Let's get that. Let's get players.
Yeah.
Just buy players. You know. But the problem is, the last time we done that, what happened? Ricky Lambert and Mario Balotelli. That's why we're not doing that again. So that's why I think.
And Carroll once.
Well, yeah, that's when the Torres thing happened. You're right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we don't have a.
You don't have a good track record on buying replacements.
And I think this is why we're being tentative about like really selling Coutinho.
It's late on. I don't actually know how many days are left in the.
We've got about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So it's
If we were getting a replacement for Coutinho, we would have more or less made inquiries now. We would be hearing about it.
Yeah.
And right now, the closest we've been getting is Manuel Lanzini. And again, that's not a replacement, really.
Lanzini.
It's a squad player.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Like I said,
he's a squad player at fucking West Ham.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, like I said, I can see Coutinho staying, but then I don't know if Coutinho is the same type of player as Suarez, who just has to neurotically play all the time to be good. So Coutinho could squander his career if he wants to. Go for them. Same with Van Dijk, he'd fucking sit on the sidelines for Southampton.
That's the thing. It's not even that. I think Southampton. Well, we get to Southampton, but I don't. I think that's something different with Southampton.
Yeah.
We'll continue with this.
Move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and any notes on the game of Hoffenheim? It was batshit insane.
Yeah.
It
was nuts. How it ended only 2-1, I will never know.
Yes. I will say, it was kind of fascinating seeing a Liverpool team actually play a team for the Bundesliga because they were playing in remarkably similar fashions. It was really eerie to see both teams bombing forward. No fucking
No, it's also that as well, and Hoffenheim would be a team Klopp would know very well.
Yes, indeed.
So I think that kind of really helped. Very lucky that I don't know who took their penalty, but it was the worst penalty I've ever seen.
It would have been Kramaric.
Kramaric, yeah.
I know.
Holy shit, that was an awful.
It was a dreadful penalty.
Awful
and again,
penalty.
like I said, Lovren was fouled Gnabry in the box, and it was.
It was a definite Stonewall penalty brought about by Bahrain.
I think I said this before the podcast, but I genuinely wanted to shoot Lovren during that game.
Yeah,
he was awful. He's been awful since the start of the season.
With the 2 matches now that you've seen in the last, how confident are you with Liverpool season?
Well, I'll put it this way: we're not title contenders.
Neither are we.
Yeah.
We're not title contenders, and the reason being is because there are two much significantly better teams with settled sides, with settled formations, and settled systems that can defend.
No, I would just whittle that all down. I was like, Liverpool and Arsenal have such a laissez-faire attitude to defending. There's no way we can consider ourselves title contenders.
Yeah.
Now, I understand this coming from an Arsenal fan to a Liverpool fan. Our defending FUWBAWLL is purely down to the fact that we have no central defenders right now. When we get them back, funnily enough, we will get them all back for the Liverpool game. Mm-hmm. I reckon that our defending issues will be solved.
It will improve, absolutely, because we saw it last year with the back three.
We'll definitely improve. We'll definitely have Mertesacker back. We'll definitely, or at the very least, we'll definitely have Koscielny back. We'll definitely have Mustafi back. So you've got a fucking 2 highly seasoned international central defenders there.
Yeah.
Then you'll just whack Monreal in there on the left of that central 3, and he's just superb anywhere ever. I guarantee. I genuinely believe he would do a solid job for us in goal. No shit, he's such a brilliant. In fact, actually,
he does go under the radar.
Funnily enough, actually, Man United. One of my Man United supporting friends, Barry, said to me, he's like, out of all the players in the Arsenal team, obviously I would probably take Sanchez, but he's probably off to fucking rake in 700 billion quid a week. But he's like, outside of Sanchez, the player I would take from Arsenal is Monreal. He's so superb. You can put that fucker anywhere and he'll do a job for you.
Yeah.
And he's been
He
doing
just
a job.
does the job, yeah.
He's doing a job. And I went, yeah. And nobody ever gives him any shit kind of her. Some Arsenal fans do. But I was like, he's kind of like Irwin.
Yes.
Mm.
In that Irwin was quite possibly one of the best left backs for Christ knows how long. Nobody ever noticed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he never made any fuss.
And you know,
And he just did his job, fucked people up, cleared shit, everything out.
Yeah.
Won all of the trophies.
Is it funny that now players like that are so unfashionable now? You need to have attackers almost all over the pitch.
Well, to be honest,
like the central backs now have to be playing like ball playing defenders. Like you have to be
centre
playing.
backs playing like central midfielders almost,
Yeah.
you mean. But no, we'll kind of get onto that. But the thing is, the reason why nobody idolises people like Irwin, they should, or Monreal, they should, is because they're unassuming players, and there's not really a whole lot to idolise other than the fact that they're fucking superb players.
Yes.
That's it. But there's no brand.
Yeah.
There's no Dennis Irwin brand. I can't even.
James, I think James.
I genuinely can't.
I
even finish
think
that
James
without
Milner
laughing.
is the closest you can get, isn't
Probably,
it? Yeah.
and even then, that's just all based around tea. But
Tea
yeah,
and novelty socks. That's
it's just
James
unfortunate
Milner.
that solid, superb, consistent players are actually not vilified, but really
But they're-
overlooked
yeah,
and
yeah.
ignored.
But it's
Down the
because they're
pecking
not.
order, like
Yeah.
in jersey sales, and you know,
Yeah.
you don't. I don't think I've ever seen a Monreal shirt on someone.
Yeah.
In
fact, actually, I'm more than thinking when I get the new one, I'm probably going to be getting Giroud on it.
Oh dear.
I can't.
No,
blame you.
one of
There's
my,
actually only
Like,
there's
one of my
Giroud's
cousins
face.
one of my cousins did the stadium tour, and like the only photo I have of it, the only photo she's put up on Facebook of it is her sitting next to Giroud's, because they do it before the matches,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're like, she's like, he will be wearing this. He's not worn it. Shut up.
Smell it.
He's not worn it yet. Shut
So anyway,
Moving on.
Sorry, yeah, I'm moving on.
thank you for hijacking.
I'm just
Thank you for
simply
hijacking this Liverpool
All I'm
like,
simply
analysis
stating
with
is that
more Arsenal talk.
I'm simply stating that my cousin did text me after the Arsenal game and going, Maguire did such a shit job of trying to get Giroud's shirt off of him. I've done a much better job. Yeah, I have a friend as well who
I fight her.
I think everyone has one.
cut a bitch
It's like one in every port. So let's.
from the stand. I'd have got it off him.
So lads, I think speaking as both our positions as Arsenal and Liverpool fans, I think this next match is the one we enjoyed the most over the weekend.
This was another one I had on the wireless.
I watched all of this. I don't know why, but I do believe somebody was telling me, like a spiritual. I'm not spiritual, but
And there's like an instinct.
I don't
for it.
know why, but I sat down to watch a Chelsea match for probably the first time in quite a number of years.
Well done.
That didn't feature Arsenal as the other team. In fact, even when the other team is Arsenal, I actually I didn't do it. But I just sat down to watch this, and my God, am I happy I did.
You picked good.
I
You really
picked
picked good. So let's talk about Chelsea 2, Burnley 3. Can we say that one again? Chelsea 2, Burnley.
Also the same
Real
amount of red
Stoke.
Yes,
Real
Real
Stoke.
Stoke. Also the same amount of red cards that Chelsea wound up getting in the match.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So like Gary Cahill, 15 minutes
on my
in,
fantasy
new
football
captain.
team.
Oh yes, and they've altered the rules in fantasy football so that if a player gets sent off, he's still culpable for all the goals that his team ships.
Yeah.
Which is why he wound up not at -1, but at -3 for you.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
That's beautiful.
I've already
-2
given up
and
on
-3,
fantasy
yeah.
football. No, Gary K. So yeah, the first
Yes, so a stood up challenge.
flurry of play.
Oh no, it was definitely he lost the ball.
Yeah.
First off, it was Stonewall red card. He lost the ball. He lunged in. I mean, like, fucking, he hit the 4-leaf clover of fucking red card tackles. He lunged in, so he was under no control over what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was studs up.
Yeah.
He was over the ball, so he
Follow through as well, don't forget.
Yeah.
The follow through nearly whacked
Yeah.
fucking Cork's leg out.
he was studs up. He was over the ball and he was studs up. And it was, you meant in both feet
That's
as well.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck me.
It was a
how
slam
many
dunk.
boxes do you need to tick? And also, he did it right in front of the ref.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was it was fucking straight up. Like, there's no denying that. But I think, and I think that the thing was like, I don't know if it really
spat on the player after he tackled him. That's the only way he could have made it any more of a stonewall penalty is if he stood over the player and just hocked onto him. Or if he just started like randomly teabagging him, fucking Counter-Strike style. Woohoo! Yeah! See, I took this motherfucker out.
Yeah, no, that's very disturbing.
But the thing is, and
after that, Chelsea just went to pieces.
It really upset them. It really did. I don't know if it was
in the aftermath of the Gary Cahill red card.
Oh my god!
Fabregas got
they were
very carded for dissent and
sarcastically clapping the referee.
Sarcastic. In all fairness, he should have actually been booked before that because he went. I don't know who he sided in on. But he sided in well on a player, and only for the fact that I think he got like his baby toes to fucking ball first, and just cleaned the motherfucker out. And even the ref was like,
"Careful."
It actually it's probably skimmed off the edge of his boot.
Yeah,
and that's why because he went.
He just said, "Careful."
Swept it in.
Careful now.
Like he was fucking harvesting wheat.
Yeah. But the thing is, and like I said, it really upset Chelsea. But Chelsea just did look really.
How Luiz got to the fucking 70th minute without getting booked? Fuck that. He'd have been off. He was in the ref's face.
On the radio, obviously I couldn't hear it, but the commentators, Gary Cahill, a stonewall red card, that was absolutely ridiculous. And then the yellow card that Fabregas got then for dissent, and there was someone else got dissent in that melee, wasn't there? Someone else got booked, or it's fairly.
I think it might have been Pedro.
No, he wasn't playing.
Shit, was he not?
I will. I'll get you talk away anyway.
So there was this whole kind of hoopla going on, and next minute it was kind of Luiz, he elbowed someone, or it was like a push off the ball, and that should have been a yellow card, and there was just carnage.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was. I think it was. I think the.
That's Fabregas getting booked.
It was just Fabregas, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, maybe the commentator... I remember the commentator saying, like, he should have gotten booked. It might have been Luiz, actually. But it was like, Luiz, was mentioned about 4 times during the match. And, like, I think it might have been Brian Kerr doing the commentary about Brian Bumnudge Kerr. And,
Bumnudge!
He actually did a commentary...
You do realise you break me every time you say that.
I get another drink, I don't care.
But the thing is,
so Brian Kerr actually just couldn't get over the fact that Luiz hadn't been booked, and then when he scored the goal, he just went, he shouldn't have been on in the first place. You know, like it was
just denied him.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thing with so let's talk about the goals then. Burnley's first one, Vok's first goal then. I have to say I would be disappointed in Courtois with his goalkeeping in that. It was a free header, in fairness to him, but the way he tried to save it was pretty shit.
Yeah, it was quite a weak attempt.
Yeah.
Vokes though, he got 2 goals in the game and he looked good.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I would say like a lot of the forwards for these minor teams. I say minor, but you know yourself, mid-table teams, they just have one guy who looks really fucking sharp, and Vokes is that. Now, granted, he was given a lot of space by Chelsea's makeshift,
the ghost of Gary Cahill
and John Terry. Let's not forget.
Oh yeah.
So, like I said, he was granted a lot of space, and obviously Courtois was on his heels for the first goal, but Stephen Ward, lads, I mean,
what the actual fuck?
Stephen Ward. I think it was probably one of the contenders for goal of the season. It was a fucking cracking goal.
This actually led Brian Kerr down into a commentary story. While Stephen Ward was wielding away in celebration, Brian Kerr talked about how when he was at Bowes, he actually played as a centre forward. But as soon as he went overseas, he was thrown into midfield and then further back, because obviously... Where can he do the least damage? I don't know.
Where is he most liable? Yeah.
Well, I can't stand Stephen Ward when he played for Ireland. I don't think he deserves a jersey. And then he goes and does this.
Well, that's the thing, you see. This is why, like...
Well, if he did that in an Ireland jersey, that would swiftly change.
Yeah. but like see,
But he
Burnley
doesn't.
Burnley plays a very different way to like how Ireland is. It's really fucking structured and pragmatic. And I don't think the Ward likes
that
it.
mightn't be the case for too long.
True.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Beg your pardon.
Real Stoke going
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was
second Dublin.
I was New Dublin.
New Dublin.
New Dublin.
Real
Yeah.
Dublin.
But the thing is, like, Ward's goal was fucking great. Like, the goal that he scored there was more or less like a more stylized version of the goal that Mane scored.
Yeah.
But obviously, Mane is Mane. So like, oh, Mane scored a cracking goal. Like, no, look at the one that Ward did. Fucking outside the left foot and across Courtois' goal. Like, there's no stopping it. It was a fucking bullet. And then obviously, Vogt's second goal was it was surprisingly, like, again, on Burnley, like, the build-up play from Burnley for their goal. Say what you will about the sending off and...
Well, that is
all
Box
that-
the second goal, wasn't the assist? Brady got the assist for that.
I
wasn't
believe
it?
so, yes.
Yeah, that was Brady kind of had a great match.
Yeah, I think Cork had a great match. I think, obviously, Vokes with the goal scoring. I think Burnley were just really good. They were 3-0 up at half-time. It was astounding.
And like it wasn't like oh, I can't believe this is happening. They thoroughly deserved.
They
that
deserved
3-0.
it. They
yeah,
had a
absolutely.
game plan. They fucking hounded Chelsea. They bypassed Kante a lot in the midfield, which I was really
Kante
surprised with.
was non-existent in that match.
Well, Candy was non-existent because he'd nobody alongside him.
Yeah,
This is why. Try.
as you eat a Starburst.
Actually,
and
sorry,
try and make your
no.
points.
I'll get onto this when we get onto talking about the Manchester United match.
Okay,
Go,
fair
no,
enough.
just continue.
Fair
on.
enough.
Sorry?
So we'll talk about the second half then. So we should explain now that Chelsea have been playing with Batshuayi at the start of the game. They had a Bitchy, yeah,
Bitchy Batshuayi.
as he's otherwise known. And then Morata came on then, I believe, just after half time and completely changed the game for Chelsea. He was so, like, the team looked so much more content with him up front rather than Batshuayi. And I think the reason for that was, like, Batshuayi just never held the play up for Chelsea.
I was actually about to say that. Morata was so much more assured on the ball. The ball came to him. He had the look of a player. Was, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I know we're down to 9 men. I still know what I'm doing. You need to run by me.
Yeah.
If I got this guy up my hoop, I got 2 more closing me down. You need to run past me so I can dink the ball to you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But like I said,
And he came in and he just terrorised the. I think the Chelsea goals came almost solely from him actually giving the Burnley defence something to do.
yeah, exactly.
And they were like, all right, then we've got somebody to mark, and it's Alvaro Morata. And fuck me,
He was
they were
he,
like-
he was brilliant. He really
just
was.
ran them to pieces.
Yeah.
And they were like, thank Christ they got 2 people sent off, because if they'd have brought this cunt on at like half time,
If he started, I think
If he
Chelsea
just-
could have won this game.
yeah, even with 9 men, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly.
And then so then
'Cause he-
Fabregas.
Yeah, because he got a goal and an assist.
Yeah, he assisted
Yeah.
Louise. He chipped the ball in for Louise, who
Yeah.
was actually playing up front at the end of the game.
Fucking chip, like, yeah, but I think that wasn't more so like, oh, Louise being superb in his job. I think that was like a rush of blood to the head.
Right place,
'Cause
the right
I
time,
think he'd
yeah.
just gotten booked, which, whoa, was it overdue? I think he'd gotten booked or something like that. I don't know what. And he just basically ran, kind of like what was it? Rooney's fucking. It was I think it was Rooney's wonder goal against something like Everton, where he just gotten booked. And he was actually still screaming at the ref when play resolved.
Yeah.
And somebody hooked the ball into him,
Yeah,
and he just
yeah.
plastered it out of pure anger. And like, had he put it into the car park, he would have still have been
Would
as
have been
happy.
justified, yeah.
Still been justified, but instead he just rifled it into the net.
Yeah.
And because he was actually still shouting at the ref, the replay of it is brilliant. And I think that's what happened. Really, he got him booked. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, whatever he was talking about. But mop-haired motherfucker. And he just ran into the box every time the ball went in, and just Morata went, oh, I can see that guy. And
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
I just the dink, the little
it's
dink.
surprising that the Burnley defence didn't see him.
Yeah,
True.
the little
Yeah,
dink
it is.
over.
I think they were very tired.
But I
at
think
that stage.
by that point, like, the quality of the ball that Morata literally put it on a sixpence for him.
Yeah, he
But
did.
they'd already won it at that stage as
Yeah.
well, so it was kind
Yeah,
of like
it was an early finish for them.
I will
but they
admit
did
now,
deserve
I
to
will
win.
admit, when it was 3-2 and Chelsea were on the ascendancy for the last 10-15 minutes, I was like, no, please don't let them do this.
No.
yeah.
No.
But see, it's because
No.
Burnley. It's because Burnley deserved it as well. Was the main
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They did actually work for it. You know.
Exactly, yeah.
So let's talk about Chelsea. We finish off with Chelsea. Obviously, well done to Burnley. First, they've now matched their away record from last year already, which is great. But now, like, like obviously Burnley are just gonna have to recover from losing Andre Gray now, which I think they did pretty well by beating the champions.
Yeah.
You know, but what about Chelsea? I mean, obviously we were talking about the potential malaise in the club. It's the hangover again.
Costa has kind of thrown his toys out of the pram again.
He's also thrown the pram out of the window with a load of bath water as well.
Yeah.
And babies. A lot of babies involved. Somewhere along the line.
Pretty much, he came out saying that he's now a prisoner at the club, which at a press conference Conte burst his whole laughing at. But it's... it's a shitstorm, isn't it?
It's a shitstorm. It's a real shitstorm.
Like, they're now going to be without Gary Cahill and Cesc Fabregas.
And no Hazard.
And Pedro is out. I think he's injured as well. I don't know.
That's the thing. I think I said it in the other podcast that we had beforehand. I think after... It was before the league started, but after the Community Shield. And I commented that when I looked at
Community Shield,
which you guys won.
Which we won. Oh yeah, which we won very comfortably, by the way.
What scoreline?
Oh, it was a very good one. Ours was higher than theirs, and that's all I give a fuck about. But I was saying there that like their squad was incredibly thin. Like I looked at their bench and I could only recognise two names. One was Batshuayi and the other was Alvaro Morata, who they just signed. The rest were unknowns. Yeah. Well, the rest were nobodies.
But it's new players. I think they're trying to breed in like new players for like the next, like building a new season.
It's a horrendously thin squad.
It is.
If you want to blood in players, you blood in when you've got. All right, if he fucks up, because there's a 50-50 chance, it's a coin toss. He's either gonna you give him a chance now or make it now or never, pal. Go for it. Yeah. He's either gonna do it or he doesn't. If he doesn't, you've got a problem to deal with. If he does, that's great. Keep playing. Woohoo. If he doesn't, you've got somebody. You have to slot somebody in there. Yeah. And with the thinnest squad that they have, which is hilarious considering that they've got 40 players out on loan or whatever, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, it still breeds into my belief that there is an impasse between Conte and everything above him in Chelsea. And like I said, if it's trickling down to the players, then it's not looking good for that game against Spurs on Sunday.
No, I think
just on that, like we still have a few days to go in the transfer window, and Chelsea obviously have the resources there to go out and buy. So I think it's gonna be a crucial few days for them to do some business, or I can't see them.
They now are obliged to buy players now, but I don't know if it's their players that are going to improve the team or just add depth to the squad. Yeah. That's the conundrum.
We said that beforehand. All the new signings were replacements. They weren't additions.
That's the thing, yeah. Like they just felt like, did they feel like, okay, we just sell the players that we think are now redundant and just fit them in and everything will be fine.
Yeah. And it's weird. We'll get onto the match sale to United when we get to United. Yeah. Because I do want to talk about that.
Good stuff. Right. In that case, let's talk about Palace Huddersfield Town. This was actually quite a surprise for me.
No, the fact that this made Patrick Stewart so goddamn happy. Yeah. I loved it. No, it was great. In all fairness, I didn't think Ronald de Boer was going to start off good.
Especially considering that he's not managing. It's Frank de Boer.
Oh, Frank de Boer.
Yes, come on, that's good.
Bollocks.
So that was not
I loved both of them.
Do you want to try it again?
Yeah.
That's what
no
shit at this.
There you go.
Third attempt.
The reason why I let you do that is because you massively diluted it yourselves without me needing to do it. Yes. Yeah, I didn't think de Boer was going to hit the ground running or do very well considering the Palace team. I did openly admit in past he had a sick team there, but I don't think they were going to conform because he can only teach the Ajax way, and he's not at Ajax, so it's not going to click.
Yeah, the back three does not agree with any of that back three. Yes.
And Huddersfield just went at them.
Yeah. And I'll have to say, I'm delighted. I really like how Huddersfield were playing, considering it's more or less a new squad playing for the first time.
They literally lived up to their name, the Terriers.
Yeah, they did, and it was like again, it was that sort of like high pressure football that now every German team plays by law, and obviously every German coach now coaches by law. And the star of the show is Stephen Mooney, or Mounier as he's supposed to be called.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the most roundabout way of spelling and pronouncing an Irish name, but this is the world we live in now. But no, he looked great, and you have to give special props as well to Aaron Moy, because he was their he's their Huddersfield Town captain. Really like the proper maestro, like an Iniesta of the team. In fact, I'm petitioning that we call him Aussiesta because he's Australian. I think I've got a case here, but and he also looks like Professor X as well, which is even better.
That's even weirder.
Yeah,
you're hitting a whole. You're hitting like trifecta of the.
He doesn't need to. Yeah, he's so good. He's playing in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I said, he pulled the string. He actually got, I believe, the assist on 2 of the goals. I could be wrong about that. But obviously the first goal came from an unfortunate own goal for Joe Ward, but a tidy finish nonetheless.
He couldn't do anything about it.
No, in fairness. It was from a Moy corner, actually.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Fired in, and he was just, oh no.
Yeah.
This was probably, apart from the Arsenal score, no, because the Burnley one was quite happy. This was one of the,
I think everyone would be
actual,
happy with
for
this,
the first week, I watched the Arsenal match, and I listened to 2 matches in a row on the wireless
from the hospital bed after the Arsenal match.
It was just goal fest, and it was end to end football, and it was the case of Burnley match. They were walking all over Chelsea, which was great. But the Huddersfield Crystal Palace match, I wasn't going to pay too much attention to.
You think it'd be goalless?
Yeah, no, I had
in some cases.
a score.
I had Palace steamrolling them.
Yeah.
But I think no, I didn't think it was going to be a steamroll, but I did think Palace were going to win. Because
I think
this made me probably. I can't even say the most surprised because that was the Chelsea match again, but this
is a pleasant surprise.
This is just like, you go guys, well done to you.
Yeah. We're happy for Huddersfield.
Oh no, I'm beyond delighted.
Yeah.
I was shocked at just how bad Palace were.
It's a back 3. It's a new system. It doesn't agree with Scott. Like Dan was very poor. I think when Tompkins came on, he was poor as well. Joel Ward is like a fish out of water in that back 3 as well. Because they're playing with.
Actually, I think an actual fish would be better at playing football.
Potentially, yes, but we haven't tried it though. We might give it a go sometime soon.
You have to get a particularly large trout.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think the other problem with Palace is that they're playing FUWBAWLL was in the back 3, so obviously he wasn't too bad, but still trying to gel with the 2 guys in between them was the problem. I think another issue with Palace was they were playing both Fosu Mensah and Loftus-Cheek in the midfield. So it wasn't the same chemistry that say Kabay and Milivojevic had last year. Very defensive and quite rigid in fairness. And now you have again Fosu Mensah, who's not bad actually. He had a decent game, but very youthful and very inexperienced, very naive. So you had lads like Ince and Moy and Kashunga as well on the right. Kashunga. And the thing was that they were just overrunning that central midfield, and he owned it. Ince was everywhere, Moy was everywhere. And
Ince is a tiny little player.
He's great. I'm a big fan of Tom Ince, even when he was at Blackpool, because we had courted him for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then he, I believe he went. We didn't buy him in the end, and he went down with Blackpool, and just fell off the radar. He had a very few poor years. Could have had his choice of any Premier League team at the side at the time, and ended up at Derby and squandered a good year or 2 at Derby, and then it was actually at the league I think that is worthy of him. But Meunier was the star of the show. He looks a proper player. For what it was, £13 million is a fucking solid deal nowadays for a striker that gives you 2 goals in his debut. You know, given whatever, give or take whatever the circumstances of the goals are and how poor Palace were.
Considering there's another striker who scored 2 goals in the debut. This weekend.
Exactly, yeah. But I think Huddersfield Town. I said, and now they've got Newcastle as their first home game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they could do 2
more
wins if they stay with this.
When you consider Huddersfield Town, all right, I think we've all considered they're going to be in a relegation battle, so every point counts.
Yeah, they're
that's 3 points in.
They remind me of
and 3 goal difference as well.
Yeah, exactly. Crucial too. Yeah. Considering that, like I said, they had a pretty shit goal difference last year, so this is a pleasant surprise. And like I said, it's the same thing as well. It's like how Hull started last year. Mm-hmm. They started with that ridiculous victory against Leicester and an equally ridiculous victory against Swansea, but then the plummet started to happen. So now Huddersfield have to perpetually just keep going with these victories, but at least they're playing. The quality of football they have is very good. They have a lot of energy. They're a very fit team as well, which is great. And I think generally people quite like them. And people like Wagner. People like the whole obviously Patrick Stewart as the
Yeah.
celebrity fan is one of the more adored out there. So I think that endearing little like cheering from the hotel room, I think that'll go along well for Huddersfield. You know, at least in the eye of the impartial fan anyway.
Yeah.
So right now we have the boring teams to go through. So Everton. At least we can get through these quickly.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah.
So Everton, the most exciting thing about that match is that they were linked to Sigurdsson still.
And now it's confirmed. Now they've signed
yeah.
them. Now they've signed them.
And now I have a conundrum as to whether or not to put the fucker into my goddamn fantasy football team.
Yeah, I had him in there on the basis he was moving there, and then took him out because he wasn't playing and hadn't moved yet, and now
he's back in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the only exceptional thing for me in this was it was Rooney scoring on his return, which I think was a given. I'm delighted for him. You know, it's a boyhood team. Boyhood comes back to his favourite club. Sleeps in their pajamas. That's it. I'm giving them credit. I'm giving them one bit of credit, and then we're moving on.
Fucking hear all the shit. I'll watch Jeff Stelling do it. Right? No, it was a tripe match.
It was a tripe match. It was.
It was so bad. I mean, like when Wayne Rooney netting in extra time in the first half is the highlight. The only light.
It was the only like interesting thing about the match.
About the match? No, that's grand. In fact, actually, I enjoyed this match for two reasons. One is, it was shit. Sorry, I only enjoyed the match for one reason. In that, so I was kind of watched the highlights of this, what little highlights there were.
Yes.
And Stoke don't look much like a fucking team that know how to play football.
And remarkably, they have got themselves like a fucking hot shot from PSG.
Exactly,
called Jesse Rodriguez.
Jesse Rodriguez, yes. And of course, I mean, like, they're absolutely diabolical fucking showing in this match means they're fucking nailed on to play like goddamn Real Madrid. When we play them tomorrow, I know that.
No pressure, lads, because by the time this podcast comes out, it'll probably be, a bloodbath.
Oh, no, yeah, by the time this podcast comes out, like, they'll be
like a literal bloodbath, because, like, Rambo could come on and just get slaughtered.
Absolutely. And also, we've added another layer to it, because Jesse Rodriguez apparently had his Real Madrid career crippled by our new signing, Kolasinac.
So more bad blood.
Kolasinac was involved with a bad tackle that left Hesse with a serious knee injury, and is that derailed his Real Madrid career. Never recovered after that.
And what do we just finally finishing off at Everton then, because obviously the match wasn't that exceptional. What do we think of Sigurdsson to Everton? Is it it's obviously a good deal for Everton, but is it necessary?
It's a great deal for Everton. Not at 45 million.
Overpriced?
Fuck me, yes. No, don't get me wrong. Sigurdsson's a stunning player, very good player.
He's old enough.
45 million? Oh, is he 29?
28.
28. Yeah. So they're getting him into his prime years. It's a great it's good for Sigurdsson. It's good for Everton because they get a class player. It's good for Swansea because they're going to get a rake load of cash.
Yeah.
The fact that they're going to blow piss that cash up at the wall against a little bunch of nobodies.
Nobodies like Joe Allen. And
they're not going to get Joe Allen off Stoke. They won't. I guarantee you won't.
Probably not.
I'm willing to put a $5 on it.
Find out next week.
Conclusion.
Because that's probably going to be the most exciting thing about
pretty much.
Stoke.
Stoke, yeah. It's not going to happen. That Stoke midfield is fucking paper thin without selling off Joe Allen.
True.
It's a good deal. It's just way too much money.
I think it gives him it also probably gives Spurs a green light to sign Barkley now as well, because that's pretty much what Everton were waiting on to get Sigurdsson in the door, so Barkley can just get kicked out.
I don't know. I reckon they could have sold Barkley without even getting Sigurdsson in.
I would agree with you, but I think that's what Everton's logic was.
We want that. Whatever, fuck off.
Alright, in that case then, Southampton Swansea. This is a goalless draw. And I have to say, Swansea weren't showing that much, to be honest, but Southampton really should have had this. 28 shots on goal in this game, by the way.
My God.
On target?
That's the thing. I'll tell you right now. 4.
Fuck me.
2.
Oh my God.
No, there you go.
Oh my God.
29 shots on goal, 2 of them on target.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, 4 shots. No, yeah.
That's 4 shots for Swansea.
Swansea had 4 shots on target. Oh, no, Swansea had 4 shots, none on target.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
So
I've better accuracy than this, and I'm on the other end of the pitch.
And you're also on 7.5% ginger beer right now.
Yeah, bye.
So the thing is, but the thing is, it was that sort of game. It was apparently it's the 6th game in a row, 6th home game in a row that Southampton have had and hasn't scored in.
I saw that. Yeah, they're now 550 minutes at home without scoring a goal.
Yeah, that is
Are you fucking shit me? They're coming up on 10 hours. Actually, if they in the next match, if they hit half time without having scored a goal, that's 10 hours.
Yeah,
That's
10 hours of
ridiculous.
in your own home ground without scoring a goal.
So yeah, a lot of that does have to do with Claude Puel being like unnecessarily pragmatic, and I
Fuck
think
me.
at least like
What's he doing? Building a wall out of the bodies of his players?
I don't know. Maybe that was his plan to get rid of Van Dijk. I don't know. But the thing was, at least Pellegrino is like in the door now. They can at least make headroads into. Okay, I don't know. Like it wasn't that much to really to see in terms of that. They were taking a lot of shots, but none of them obviously was hitting.
In all fairness, I know there's this whole thing. I was like, oh, you can't blame the manager for how the players play. Sorry. Pellegrino's in the door. They were up against Swansea. Sigurdsson wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Their heads are down because they're losing their star player. They're going to be gutted. They weren't even that good anyway to begin with.
No.
They were there for the taking.
This was a good. This is in context.
And if they cannot take it, you can only make decisions in context.
No, but in context, this is a solid point for Swansea because
They were
overrun. They were overrun
from the other end. Swansea got out of jail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without needing the card.
I think I had them down around the relegation area, and I have Southampton in my table in my head, and Southampton top end of the table, but only just.
Yeah, because I mean,
I was actually about to say that. Like I had Chelsea second in my one, and I looked at that match and I am being naively optimistic, even though I hate Chelsea.
But I like this match. It was like it's just nothing. Like I wasn't even getting, like I get an app that gives me updates on all the match, and you can choose which matches you want.
That's what happens when you are taking so many shots that you're not actually making any opportunities. They were just taking shots.
Southampton shot, Rose Ed.
Yeah.
Southampton shot, car park. Southampton shot.
It was shit.
I need a new laptop.
So that's all to say. At least they have license to improve. That's the best they can say.
But that's
with Southampton, just the Van Dijk thing.
Yes, that's
whether he's in or out, or whether he's going to sit on the bench for the year, or whether he's going to train with the under 23s, or whatever is going to happen with that. They're
playing a hardball about it.
It's just being stubborn. Really,
the board have come out and went, we're not selling him. We decided we wouldn't sell him. He decided to try and engineer a move, and we're like, no, you can't do that. You have a contract. We're going to hold you to it. So funnily enough, I genuinely believe that Southampton will let him rot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that, but at the same
token,
token,
it's crazy as it is. I have a player they can sell off for potentially 50.
But it's their biggest windfall, which is the more frustrating thing for me. Even for business sense, if a club is saying, like, if Liverpool come in some stage like next week with how shit our defending is and say, we will give you £70 million for Virgil van Dijk.
Carte blanche. What do you want? Write a number down.
But that's the thing, that is...
Anything but an infinity symbol will pay.
But that's the thing, you see, there is like I said, Liverpool are not going to be the only person that wants Van Dijk. Chelsea have a bid. Arsenal have a bid. Man City needs a defender like him as well. Like, the market is there for him. All you need to do is just sell to the highest bidder. Now, granted, and Southampton, I think, have one of the best scouting systems in the world, because whenever they do sell a star player, they're immediately replaced with someone not necessarily at the same caliber, but with room to improve.
Yeah.
So they're in they're in the market for Wesley Hoyt from Lazio. He's a good defender. They could get Stephen De Vrij from Lazio as well, which is an equally as good defender. But the thing is, like, if you're denying yourself Van Dijk, I think ultimately you're shooting yourself in the foot by being too stubborn. Like, Southampton are still a selling club for me, in a sense that you may try and join the elite of, like, the top 7, like, including everything in that, but to do that you have to shake off the stigma to do it. I understand they're doing it with Van Dijk, but right now, if someone is saying 70 million for that player right now, that's you can't say no to
somebody
that.
Saying that?
Well, what with Liverpool? Like, Liverpool are in desperate need for a player like that. I don't think it'll solve our problems.
I think they're going down with 45 million. I think
65 was what we were hearing. I was hearing from, like, local press, and Chelsea was like 50. Now, granted, that could be like different payment structures and whatever shit like that. I think ultimately,
if you're getting paid,
I think
if you're getting paid in pounds sterling, which is devaluing by the minute.
I think ultimately Chelsea will offer 50 million, but I think Liverpool will go as far as 65. That's the way I've interpreted it.
50 million and the rest in panini stickers.
Sold. In fairness, just to spite us, Southampton would absolutely sell to Chelsea on those terms.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
absolutely would. But no, truth be told, like I think it's being too stubborn to a fault because, like I said, it's just at which point are you doing it because it's right and you want to improve your team? But at which point is it bad business to deny yourself such a windfall?
Oh no, I get you that it probably makes no business sense or anything like that. I was simply saying I believe that's what they'll do. I believe they will let him rot.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair. But to their detriment or not.
Whether or not that's the right thing for them or anything to do, that's a whole other matter. But
Yeah.
I genuinely believe, from what I've seen, the official press reports, they're playing serious ass hardball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Going,
They are.
You are not going. We don't want you to. So the under 23s are over there. The bench is over there. Get acquainted.
Make yourself at home.
Get yourself a bib. So
You have to buy your own kettle.
So let's move on then to Bromley versus Bournemouth, the good versus evil match of the Premier League. And shock and horror, West Brom actually won. Now,
Yeah.
in fairness to West Brom, Bournemouth didn't really do much. They had a lot of possession. They didn't create that many chances. Defoe did not look that good in his first outing for Bournemouth. Begovic, on the other hand, was fantastic.
Yeah, so I had Begovic in my fantasy football team. So all I was hoping for was for West Brom to stay true to form and not score.
Yeah,
And they fucking scored.
they did, and it was the new lad, Higazi,
Yeah, and
Who is gigantic?
6'5".
just, typical kind of Pulis striker of like, knock it up to him. He'll do the job.
Typical
If
Pulis
you have to score.
typical Pulis striker in that he's essentially.
You absolutely have to do that shit.
I know.
I think maybe he thought his players' heads got turned after the previous matches. They're like, oh, look what Arsenal and Liverpool doing. They're scoring goals and they're letting them in. Oh, yeah. No, don't let them in, you fucks. If you want to score, I've got this new kid.
He's such a fun.
Yeah, he comes in like that fucking big tall guy out of Police Squad. You got a bit of banana there.
But
Talk
yes,
it up to this guy.
but in fairness, should we be surprised that Pulis is so happy that a new signing who is a 6'5" centre back has scored on his fucking debut? This is like this is what Pulis dreams of every night.
Yeah,
Just a
Pulis
1-0 win. That's it.
If it wasn't
Enough to
Steve
win.
Bruce who got into novel writing, if it was Pulis, this would be it.
Yeah, just every match
And
is
in
a
all,
1-0
in all
win.
fairness now to Bournemouth now, well, not in all fairness, like they said afterwards, like we had loads of possession, we didn't do fucking anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's by their own volition. Yeah.
I don't think their central midfield is recovered. I was with the shudder when I say this. I don't think their central midfield is recovered from the lack of the kind of drive that Wilshere gave it.
Yes.
As in, no, he didn't run the midfield. I'm never ever going to claim that. But he was one of their few central midfielders who, when he got the ball, looked forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
In that he didn't go, oh, hang on, I got my defenders there. Which one of them are free? Oh, yeah. And then just lumped it up to them. He was the one who wanted to drive forward, who wanted to look forward. He may not have done that, but he was always had that eye for it, and I don't think they've got that yet.
No. I think they're still in the market for one, but
I think, well, there was only one word really to describe Bournemouth in this, which is sterile.
yeah, that's fair. Like I said, I think they do have license to improve though, which I think is better off. So that's all we have to say about that. So
Yeah.
Pretty much. A big guy scored a goal in a Pulis match.
Yes.
Big
So-
fucking whoop.
so let's talk about Man City, Brighton versus Man City then.
So just on this, based on Huddersfield's great, fantastic start, I was like, yes, Brighton, you can do it. And then instantly I was like, no.
Now, in fairness now, they did put in a good shift. I think the problem
It wasn't
was
until the second half that Man City actually got a breakthrough, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Or,
like Brighton really
And they
did dug in.
needed like Aguero to do it.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Brighton did dig in for quite a bit in this game, and rightfully so. You know, they are trying to win the game. But like I said, I think the problem with Brighton was that they just didn't have anything up front to challenge Manchester City, which, as we know, can be quite frail at the back. So I think if Brighton...
literally
Well,
made of glass.
Yeah.
Not even like frail at the back. I don't think Brighton couldn't even get past their midfield, and I think it's in the midfield where Manchester City have that fucking huge strength and depth. They've got class midfielders.
I think
Yeah.
Fuck
having
off.
Gundogan back is making such a difference for
Well,
them.
Gundogan was always brilliant. The problem is that his knees are made out of fucking quavers.
It is unfortunate that that's the case, yeah.
And but that's it. But when he's in, he's just one of those players. When he's in and he's on it, fuck me. Like, he's brilliant.
He kind of reminds me of Diaby.
Yeah.
And Arsenal, that when Diaby, like those 3 times he was fit,
Yeah.
he lit.
There's actually
the
a
Premier
great
League
thing. I'll send you the link to it later. He was on French TV.
Oh yes, I
Oh,
saw
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
It's
They
heartbreaking.
showed him all the fucking Arsenal fans going, yeah, he could have been really something. Could have
Yeah.
been really brilliant for us, and he truly could have been. He truly
Yeah.
was actually.
And
Like, in those
didn't he
few-
start crying?
It almost, yeah, he was borderline in tears.
No,
Going, like,
that's awful.
But,
and he
yeah.
was seriously like, I guarantee, like, if he'd have been stayed fit, and that's a huge if, he probably could have been better than Gilberto for us.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
And Gilberto
But
was just
that-
immaculate.
That's when I do kind of have a bit of a soft spot for
Gundogan.
just
Don't have it
because
again.
he reminds me of Diaby, because whenever he does play for Man City, they're fantastic.
But like, it is an embarrassment. Like, I think the best term I can think of for Man City is embarrassment of riches, in a sense that, like, when you look at the midfield and options they have, they're just so spoilt.
Yeah.
When you really look at it, like Gundogan and Fernandinho holding the midfield, and then you have
Fernandinho.
just pick,
Why didn't we just go in for him?
just take your pick then for
In
literally.
fairness, I like Al Neni. I said that last.
No. I do. I
But
like
back in the
El
day,
Neni.
like back
I
in the
like
Yeah.
El Neni. He's our proper Middle Eastern Egyptian cyborg. The man can literally run 4 days. But man, Fernandinho is just I think Fernandinho's that class player that
Yeah.
we need.
I think the big thing for Man City in this was a really good performance from David Silva, because I thought he was very quiet last year, in my view. I think it was probably because De Bruyne was a more central kind of player to the
He's
team.
talking about injury quite a bit actually.
So
last
much,
year.
yeah, and I think he got the assist for both of the goals into this, and I think for me at least, I think having a Silva back in that very important role, it was really, really good. I think he set up the
How
Aguero
sick a
goal.
midfield is that when you can say, oh, they have David Silva, oh, then Kevin De Bruyne, oh, and then they've got Fernandinho,
And Sané, and Sané, and Sterling, and just have Bernardo Silva on the bench.
just on the bench. Fuck off. That
Um,
midfield is watertight.
Yeah,
It is kind of Pep Guardiola's dream of a team of
11 midfielders.
11
yeah.
midfielders is.
when in actuality he should be dreaming of a team of Gary Breens.
Gary Reeves. We all dream.
I think we all rightfully dream of a team of Gary Breens.
I can just remember like a 20 pubs Christmas when we all went in Ireland jerseys. Every single one of us had Gary Breen on the back of them.
So technically you were the team of Gary Breens.
We're a team with Gary Breen.
But yes.
My
so,
God, I
Yeah.
got sick of that song.
So in that case, then obviously Aguero scored the first goal. Then Lewis dunked it into his own net. I think the best part of this though was obviously Dunk scoring the own goal, but it was actual the goalkeeper Matthew Ryan actually fumbling it into the net that nobody really noticed.
Yes.
He actually failed to catch the ball, but you see it in the replay. He tries to catch the ball at waist length, and the ball just clearly.
He
a
does
good
that
foot
really stupid
complete.
thing. Like when you get to...
He misjudged the ricochet of the ball.
Not even that. Like he did that horrible thing where he tried to catch it away from his body. The thing is, if you're going to catch
cardinal sin of
goalkeeping,
goalkeeping.
basically, if you're going to try and catch a ball, you make sure you're behind it, in
Yeah.
case you don't fucking catch it.
Yes.
Yeah.
In that case, the worst that could happen is that it bounces off of you, and then hopefully you've got a defense that's on point, and they'll just fucking put it into the car park.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, he tried to catch it like he was fucking carrying a loaf of bread. And
And lo and behold, it didn't work.
I don't know, holy shit!
Yeah, crazy.
And so yeah.
Yeah, but at least I will say at least Brighton did.
Brighton
try,
put it up.
but-
Brighton put it up. They've definitely got fight.
Yeah, but it's quality they need now.
It's fight. They got quality, but I can actually see that fight giving a lot of teams trouble.
I think it's certainly at home at least, like very much like how Burnley was last season when they were struggling with quality. Just sheer hard work and gritting it out might get them
That's
somewhere.
the Chris Hughton way.
Yeah, and that's why we love him.
Yeah.
He does try. So then, let's last 2 games then of the weekend. So let's
Come on.
talk about Newcastle versus Spurs. It's comfortable win in the end for Spurs at least in the second half.
To avenge their 5-1 defeat.
Indeed, Ali and Ben Davis with the goals. But I think it's fair to say, John Joe Shelby, it's all your fault.
Yeah, he fucked up the team.
Well,
He's fucking captain. Who makes fucking Voldemort captain of their team?
Rafa Benitez, who was captain all last year.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
Yeah.
In all fairness, though, it worked up until he got himself sent off.
But
Yeah, they
he
were
did-
holding firm, weren't
He
they?
did the John Joe Shelby stupidity,
He
fucking
Actually,
losing their head.
I was saying that to Jonathan earlier on. I was like, right, if you're going to get sent off for stamping on a player, that player should not be able to get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my point. I was like, he's shit at cheating. He's shit at stamping. All you have to do is put your foot down on another player.
You
Yeah.
didn't even
You're
do
going to
that.
get sent off,
Yeah.
regardless, because he did it like...
He was
17
really petulant as well.
He did it like 17 inches away from the ref. Like, the ref was literally like there. The only way you could have made it any more obvious is if he'd actually called the ref's attention before doing it.
Yeah.
Look at me, look at me,
Look
look
at what... Exactly.
I'm Mr. Shelby, look at me!
Tap.
Exactly, yeah. Painted his head fucking blue. And it was so stupid.
Yeah.
And the thing is that the funny thing is the player he stamped on got up and up with the scoring.
Yeah.
But it's like, you fucking turd, Muffin. If you're going to stamp on a player, if you're going to get sent off for stamping on a player, make sure he doesn't get back up either.
So he failed on both counts.
Yeah, he failed on both counts. He deliberately attempted to injure a player, failed at that, and then got himself sent off, which reduced his team down to 10 men and lost him the game. I understand, like,
Such leadership warranted by the
I
Newcastle
understand
captain.
it's a team game, and I will get anybody who complains that, like, one player does not a team make and all the shit that one player can fuck up and the other 10 can make up for him. Blah, blah, blah. There's a whole confluence of influence, but Newcastle had Spurs at arm's length. Then they weren't dominating, but they definitely did not look like they were going to lose it.
Yeah, it was
They
an
went into
average performance at best.
They went into that half time, both of them kind of going stalemate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, if you'd have asked either fan base at half time going, right, we'll blow full time now, both of you's getting ill all, who's with me? They'd have ripped your arm off of the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shelby goes in 48th. So 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes into the fucking second half, he stamps. He, air quote, yeah. He lightly taps another player's ankle with the bottom of his feet. In all fairness, it was a definite red card. He did actually stamp on it.
Yeah, that is confirmed.
But I was like, fuck me. Do it proper. I don't condone violence against other players, even Spurs players. But my Christ, if you're gonna get sent off for something, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't halfway do it, and then for Ali to open the scoring, you're kind of going.
What you're not so you're not like, subscribing to violent conduct, but you're at least asking for commitment to it.
No, I'm not subscribing to violent conduct. I'm only saying that if you're going to get sent off for violent conduct, make it violent.
Making money's worth.
Make it violent. And that was it. Like as soon as
it was elementary once Shelby was sent off.
Yeah, when Shelby got sent off, there was a collective. I read a report.
I think Newcastle's
groan and they went, "We're fucked."
Yeah.
Because their midfield went to pieces. Hayden couldn't deal with the
It's a very poor midfield though, isn't it?
It's an awful.
It's a very bad midfield.
It's
like even when you're looking at the
you were saying
first
earlier on
11.
that they're in for Wilshere as well.
Well, they have to be. There's no physical way they're going to get through a Premier League season with the midfield like Shelby and Hayden. It's impossible. And fucking Jack Hallback is their backup. That's your midfield.
Yeah.
That's disgraceful. And you can see why people are upset at Mike Ashley for not recruiting. Now, granted, I think Marino might get into the team and might be decent, but he's still a loan signing and 20 years old. So he's not somebody you base the team. You need someone who's the fulcrum of the team. You need someone experienced. Now, I think I actually just thought of this right now, so call me crazy. Michael Carrick. He's not really necessarily needed at Man City at the moment, or Man United at the moment. Definitely not Man City. But the thing is,
oh my god,
Matic.
Man City are trying to buy Johnny Evans for 20 million.
What the fuck?
It is a weird time, isn't
What
it?
the fuck?
20 million for Johnny Evans. 20 million for a player who's literally going to walk into your team and sit on the bench.
Sit back.
I'm not sitting back. I don't care.
Relax, calm down.
I need to drink.
The drink then.
Shut up.
But the thing is, like I said, Michael Carrick, a good example, because you look at a team and there's a lot of like young players and inexperienced. Neil's just having an existential crisis. I don't mind him, but yeah, it's I think
pissed off. Why did you remind me of that?
I couldn't not. I'm sorry.
Well, speaking of Michael Carrick and Man United, let's move on then to the game.
Ew.
So it's
the game that confirms that Man United are going to steamroller the league. Yeah,
pretty much. If this match is anything to go by, let's first of all say
it's not though.
It's a good win for them. Good start. They do look a lot more in tune than they were last year by a country mile.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop you right there.
No.
4-0 was very flattering.
It was, yes,
I,
because it was
like-
against West Ham.
It's West Ham. Okay, West Ham should not have lost 4-0, but the second two matches are in the last 3 minutes of play. Like second
Yeah,
two goals.
no, I
are
understand
in
that, yeah.
Like that's just where West Ham have just given up, and United are like, oh, I'll take that. Yeah, I'm going to score that goal.
Mm-hmm.
When you're like letting people like Martial score and Pogba score, like Pogba, I know he's millions and billions and whatever the fuck, but like he's not a scorer. He's not. Well, he hasn't been.
He had not last year, but at Juventus he was fairly prominent.
Lukaku got his 2 goals in, which is just has every United fan splooshing themselves as to Golden Boot winner this year. Now, in fairness, he could very well do it, but he's had that ability to do that before he went to United.
True.
He was right up at the top of the goal scoring list when he was at fucking Everton.
With less service behind him.
With less service,
Yeah.
so like it's not that Man United have made him the player that he is. Like fuck off. Oh.
No, it's well. Obviously, I'm not saying that in a sense. I'm sure United fans who are saying that as well are wrong because they're United fans.
It's like it's just player who needs ball, gets ball, does better.
Old man yells at cloud.
Big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Now, in all fairness, Mkhitaryan did a great job.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying about the link-up play between Lukaku and Mkhitaryan, and they quite liked it. And I watched the highlights, and I did as well. I was like, wow, those players are on the same wavelength. But, and I'm not saying this to piss in the fucking fire, because I'm not overtly fond of Manchester United, but I don't necessarily despise them either. But my God, West Ham were so bad in
They
this
were
game.
abhorrent.
Yeah.
They were so fucking bad. There was no midfield.
No.
There was no midfield. People were saying, but get right. I mentioned this earlier on, right? The match sale. What the fuck were Chelsea thinking?
With
Right, we have a prime central defensive midfielder. For some reason, Chelsea have their reasons. They're almost certainly bullshit, but fuck it, we'll run with it. We have a prime central defensive midfielder who can do the job, has done the job, has won the league doing the job, and we don't want them anymore. What do? Do we sell him to a league rival who desperately need a central defensive midfielder? Oh yeah, that sounds like a good... You fucking tards. What? Why would you sell a player like that to a fucking team like that? You literally have sold...
It's like having a player like Van Persie and then
selling
selling
them.
him to a rival who you desperately hate.
Who are headless up front
Yeah.
and have no speartip whatsoever. And you give them a player who literally embodies Razor's Edge. Oh yeah.
I get the feeling this has happened before.
Fuck me. It was just diabolical. Now, in all fairness, Matic and Pogba had a great game because Matic slotted back, did that kind of Pirlo thing.
It was exact relation that Pogba needed. Yeah.
And that's the thing. And Pogba could roam forward. No, it worked. It worked because West Ham apparently didn't have... I'm like, we're looking at the West Ham team now, and they've got 5 midfielders there. I didn't see any one of them
No.
during that match. They weren't there. Matic literally had enough time to put the tea on, to put kettle on, make himself a cup of tea,
In that case,
brew it up.
In that case, we're going to have a great time against them.
Actually, to be honest with you, he could have actually probably flown in Milner, waited for him to fucking make
You don't
him
need to
a
fly
goddamn-
Miller in. He can just jog there.
But it was so bad. They were so awful. They were tripe.
Yeah, they were.
And it's great to see Hart top of the fucking goalkeeping leagues as well. Yay! You fuckers.
But this is the thing, yeah. This is the kind of the problem I think we were saying about Bilic. Like I've lost complete confidence as Bilic as a manager and setting up a team.
It's gotten to the point, he doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't even know what he's doing. But like I think I made the point to you guys during the week. I don't know if I did it on the podcast yet. I probably did. But now that like West Ham have gone fully gung ho in getting players and spending a lot of money on, like Chicharito was a great signing, Mark Arnautovic is a great signing, Joe Hart's a great signing, and
Zabaleta.
potentially, Zabaleta possibly too, but potentially now William Carvalho in that midfield to either offset Obiang or Noble, which both of them can be replaced, to be honest.
Yeah, by like sacks of straw.
Yes.
Wasn't there
and
talks of Wiltshire going to them as well?
potentially too. You might get either. Or and that fucking idiot Masuaku. He is such a bad fullback, I think we might even put a bid in for him.
Uh-huh.
The thing is, like, you have so many players, and first of all, the tactics are so misjointed that you are giving Matic not only like a free reign to play number 6, but you've allowed him free reign to move all around the pitch. Like I've seen, like it was like moments in the game where I saw Matic like playing, and he has like a good 5-yard radius around him where there's no West Ham players.
They did that. They highlighted like a cone in front of him.
Yeah,
and that cone at no point was ever disturbed.
No,
until he passed the ball, and you're like, why are you waiting until after he's passed the ball before moving in front of him? If he's not got the ball, there's no point.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like I said, like I can accept your point that a good portion of this was just how incompetent West Ham were set up.
Yeah.
But even the quality of the football, the passing, they're actually like United are genuinely trying to attack now. And like I said, Pogba feels freer, and Lukaku is a lot, at least in my view, a lot deadlier than Zlatan was, because Zlatan's quite immobile, but he is a great finisher in his own right. Lukaku at least has a bit more movement in him.
One of the things that I did like about West Ham and Village is that I finally figured out who he reminds me of, and it's Murdoch from the Gorillas.
Holy shit! Yes!
So the bass player, cartoon bass player from the Gorillas is Village.
So
there we go.
So
No, I figured that out during that match. And
So that's the Gorillas ruined for me.
So does that, in fairness, like Village also plays guitar, so yeah, that checks out.
Oh my God.
So sorry, does that make David Gold then fucking Noodle or David Sullivan Noodle?
Oh, I don't know.
Wait, that's a talk for another time. I
Yeah.
think. Oh dear. But no, I think, like I said, it's at least for this game for me, this is quite ominous for United. If they,
No, it's ominous.
this was the
It's
ideal
ominous for West Ham.
Yeah, I know, I understand that, but it's the ideal start for United to kick up on.
It's
Like,
the ideal start for any team to start up against another team that don't play any football.
I'm just wondering, how does this rank in terms of goals scored in an opening weekend? Like, there was a fucking unbelievable amount of goals.
I believe. Well, this is the thing. You see, I think.
It didn't actually rank that high.
No, because it would have been the Bromley game, the Southampton game, the Everton game. They all kind of dragged them down.
It was peaks and troughs.
Yeah.
Peaks
It
and
wasn't
troughs,
like every single game had 4 goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't evenly distributed. Like, yeah.
But for an opening weekend, it was fucking crazy.
I think we had some fucking cracking games, and then, like I said, it was like just
Some not cracking games.
which is, I think, is always the case in the Premier League. You always get a mixed bag, but I don't think the mixed bag has been this like polarizing in a long time.
Oh no, it was awful. I mean, to be honest with you, like there was always talk of in this game United deploying Herrera. I'm sitting there going, West Ham aren't going to do anything. There's no
you
need
don't
to
need
go in
Herrera,
with Matic and Herrera. That's too defensive. Just fucking, you didn't even need 4 defenders. You didn't need 1.
You could have just had Phil Jones like having a shit in the field.
Absolutely, he could have been sat there with the Daily Sport going, fucking yeah, baby, yeah. Don't
Gurning.
worry, the porn barons will clean this up afterwards.
We'll actually make a film out of him.
Yeah, that's it. They didn't need 4 defenders.
Is that why they have Village in charge, so you can see their team getting fucked every week and just sell tapes of it on the street? Like,
He's Serbian? No.
Croatian.
Croatian, yeah. Well, he's from one of those Eastern European piss holes where they're into that type of thing. And that,
Really
no.
racist. And we'll end that on that racist
In any
note.
case, it was terrible. It was just terrible. And the writings on the wall for West Ham, I totally agree with you. I had Hughes down as the first bullet on the manager list in the Premier League.
Yep.
Obviously, if you want to go for all of the leagues,
Brucey's high
Brucey's
going.
Brucey's taking
And that's not Bruce Forsyth, by the way.
Brucey's taking that particular round on the head. But yeah,
to make way for John Terry, player, manager, legend, racist.
Fuck off.
And on that note,
On that note, fuck off, John Terry. We'll see you next time on the Football Podcast.
I know I gave the finger to the microphone and just really can't.
No, they heard that.
I think you could feel it.
The motion is there.